Yo, what's up my kings and queens? It's your boy Kingshot and I'm bringing you guys another video today. And in today's video, I'm super apologetic because I did not upload this video very early and it's going up extremely late. So I do first off apologize for that because I was pretty much playing very casually all day long. Some things to touch on. This video is probably going to be titled like Astro Review, and that's why the first part of my video is actually going to be about the review. But I do have some other things to talk about, some interesting questions that I got in my comment section. I did already reply to these comments, but I just wanted to go ahead and touch on them in the video because I feel like this could be an interesting topic. Last thing is, of the preface of this video, is that this is actually some decent gameplay. This was, the thing that made it good for me was this was my second game on, and I thought that was really awesome because I always have this really bad connotation with me, and I even admit it, that I do absolutely garbage in my first 3 games. Like, I don't know what it is, but I always do bad. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the Astro review. So, if you guys haven't seen my unboxing video, I did like showcase them off in there, and I'm actually wearing them in this commentary. I just took them off. Wish I had a face cam. I will be working on trying to get a face cam. I got a nasty little 2-piece right there. But I am holding my Astros in my hand right now, and I just have to say that for what these headsets are, I'm going to go ahead and give you my history with headsets, because I've had a pretty weird one. I actually started off on Turtle Beach X12s, and that was like the first like headset that I actually like cared about a lot, because I had like little rink-a-dink $20 ones. But the first one was like Turtle Beach's. And then from that I was like, hey man, I love Tritons. Let me hit up those Tritons. So I ended up using Tritons pretty much for all of Black Ops 2, all of Ghosts, all of that. I had Tritons for the longest time, and I always thought Astros are trash, man. I hate Astros. And I did. For the longest time, I really did not like Astros, even though they were used by the pros, and I was trying to get in a competitive scene, you know. I just never really liked the Astros regardless. I'd try them at a friend's house, and I was just like, get me away from them. I don't want them. So the reason I ended up getting these was because the Triton headsets, not to bash on their company, because I think their products are good, I do. But the reason I got these for Black Ops 3 was I was just like, hey man, the Triton headsets, they aren't that good. So I was just like, all right, let me hit up Astro, you know. And honest review right now, like, you can definitely tell that it's legit because I'm not sponsored or anything. I don't got nobody running up me saying, hey, can you represent our company good? I ain't got that. But I just want to say that they are honestly a quality product. Like, they aren't a trash product. I'm just saying that for real. Like, seriously, these headsets are really good. And one of the things that I think is really special about Astro is that when I hold this headset in my hand, it is made out of really good material. Like, I'm looking at this. This is like a sturdy aluminum. When I look over at my Tritons, it's a plastic. And I just think that's like a really good difference. And also, the top of the headset is made so it's not designed to break. And the microphone quality is very good. The only complaint I have is it is extremely bendy. I mean, it's not to the point where it's like a little like squiggly straw, but it is extremely bendy. And sometimes I will notice it like slipping or whatever. And the only other thing that, it's not really a bad thing, but I think it's just for me, is I have a really big head, and I look like a little Egbert. So whenever I get headsets, I have to yank it up like on my ears a lot. So what happens is, this headset, I have to put it kind of low, so it'll kind of slip sometimes. I don't think that should be a problem for most people, because my head's unusually large. But I honestly, in all honesty, the Astro M80s are absolutely a great headset. If you guys are looking for a headset that you want to go to the store and get, and you're not looking for one that's going to break or whatever, I would get Astros. That is personal preference. I would recommend, though, I would not bash on Tritons in this video, because Tritons were an incredible headset. Right now, their Xbox One and PlayStation variants are not very good at all. And I would recommend staying away from them, if you will, because I actually stayed away from them. Even though I'm a loyal Triton guy, I did kind of traitor and go for Astros this year, but I just think that Astros are a quality product. And if you guys are looking for a good headset, and one of the interesting questions was, my friend was asking me, he was like, hey man, do you like A40s, A40 M80s, or A40s? My personal opinion is, if you are looking for the most MLG legit headset, get the A50 Tournament Readies. If you are looking for that kind of headset, the A50 Tournament Readies are for you. But if you're looking for a headset that is really nice and feels comfortable and won't break, but you're not looking to be all super MLG, get the A40s, because they're a little bit less expensive, but they're pretty much the same quality without the mix amp. So I do recommend the M80s. I give them, in all honesty, like no fakeness here, a good 4.5 stars. The only reason I don't give them the perfect 5-star is because of my head. It just doesn't tailor well, if you will. Just to update on the gameplay, I actually ended up going 22-1 in the first half, which I thought was pretty good for me, being the second game. So the last part of this video is going to be an interesting kind of Q&A, if you will. There was a question on my video like, hey, Kingshot, I just wanted to ask, and it's down there on my last video, I believe, don't quote me on that, it might be on like the second video, but I know it's not like super far down. But he was just like, hey Kingshot, I just want to know, you really want to be noticed, but how are you going to get noticed if competitive's on PlayStation 4? Now, I recognized that when I bought the Xbox One, but I also thought, hey, if I kind of go spur of the moment and buy the PlayStation 4, isn't it going to revert next year? And I was just like, okay, let me go look. Sure enough, Microsoft is already working deals out to get the exclusivity deal. Excuse me, my throat is extremely sore right now. But anyways, the exclusivity deal is going to be bought out by Microsoft the year after this, my bad. But I just thought, you know, that sounds like, I think I'll get the Xbox One. Another thing is, I'm very loyal to Microsoft. I will personally testify to the whole, you have to pay for the subscription thing. Microsoft does a better job. Regardless of what anybody says, they do a better job, and that's actually factual. That they do a better job with customer service. Well, maybe not as much as customer service, but what's it called? With like the hacking stuff. Like Microsoft went back up faster, and I hated how I got killed by that RK5 right there. But they do go up a little bit faster, and they do just have a little bit better customer service, if you will. And so, with that being said, I've always been loyal to Microsoft, but to answer your question directly in my video, and it's actually from a good friend of mine named Josh, and he goes by the screen name of Orbility, but I do think that, what is it called? Shoot, I'm okay, never mind, I'm not blanking, I'm not going to blank while I'm recording this video, but I just think that I bought the Xbox One because I figured if the exclusivity is coming out, then I'm definitely going to be getting that for the next year. And I do recognize, Josh, if you are watching this video, which I think you do, and I love the support on my videos, guys. It's awesome. I thank you guys so much for that. But it really is like, it's my personal preference to get the one. And in all honesty, I don't think as much as me moving to PlayStation 4 would get me noticed faster, if you will. It might get me a little bit higher on the GB boards and whatnot, which I haven't played any at all, because my Duo, I believe, I have to confirm, is like, my Duo is still not on the Xbox One, and he's on the 360 doing things with his partner on there. But that kill was pretty lucky right there, but I really think that even if I went to PlayStation 4, I wouldn't get noticed faster. I wouldn't have any like noticeable change, if you understand what I'm saying. And me personally, I just think that I got on the Xbox One because I've always been loyal to Xbox, and I've always really liked Xbox products. So if that go ahead and answer your question, I think I can get noticed and have a little bit more equal opportunity on here regardless, because I like the one, and I think I do have pretty much equal opportunity. A little bit less equal opportunity on the whole front of GBs and UMGs and whatnot. But yeah, that kind of sorts that question out. The other question I had was actually really interesting, and this came from me and my dad were talking, and he was just talking about like college and like people who want to go and stuff and all that stuff. And I'm not going to get into a big college discussion, but there was a very similar theme, and I just thought like, hey man, I kind of like that. So he was just saying that some of the students go just because they can get a loan and they can go. And you know, I feel like that's the same thing with YouTube. There's no one stopping you to make a YouTube channel, you know? But it's just like some people don't really have a thirst for it, if you get what I'm saying. Like this, like, I'm so passionate about gaming in general. Like, I love video games, and I love all these other things. And I'm not talking about like normal people saying like, hey, I like playing video games. No, I'm very passionate for what I do on YouTube, and I do not take it for granted whatsoever. Because even though I might only have maybe 10 viewers a video, but I take it like this. There is 10 people willing to come out of their way on the internet, which is so many things you can do, and watch my videos. I think that's incredible. I think that I do not take that for granted. And what I was saying was that it was like the same similarity, if you will. Some people just start a YouTube channel because they can. And I just think that, you know, if you do that, whatever. I'm not gonna bash on you for that. Hey man, you do you, I do me. But I truly have a passion for this, and I just really want to do it. Like, this is a dream for me. Like, if I was, I mean, if I got to 100,000, I think I would be like beyond happy. Like, that would just be like such a dream to see King Shot with 1 million, or not 1 million, I mean 100,000. I'd like 1 million, but 100,000 would be incredible. But I just think that was a really interesting topic, and I really do have a hunger for this. And some of the people just started because they can, and I just don't think that that's the right way to do it. And then they expect things to happen, and then they quit, and all this other stuff spitballs off that, which is a deep, in-depth topic that I'll have to talk about. If you want me to continue on that, please leave it in the comment section. But that about wraps up the gameplay. 53-6 on the dot, which I thought was pretty good for pub games. I've been doing a lot of pubbing around in this game. I haven't really played much competitive, but as far as it goes, that's my final score. And last thing is, the only product I have that's brand name is the Astros. Of course, I have my Elgato and Blue Yeti, which is absolutely outstanding. But that goes ahead and wraps up my video today. I did go a little bit over, I guess. But thank you guys for coming out watching the video. And one last thing is, for the 10 people, sometimes it's actually 30, that come out and watch my videos, I give a sincere thanks to you, because that is absolutely insane for me at this time. With my subscriber count, for 20 people to come out and consistently watch my videos, I thank you so much, and you make it possible. You make these videos possible. You don't realize it. You might not, but you do make my videos possible. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my ranting mode, I guess. Thank you guys for coming out watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.